All right. Well, as we get towards the new year here on the East Coast, want to call attention to a Twitter poll that we put up on our Yahoo Finance Twitter account, looking back on the big work from home stocks, some of which really got slacked quite hard in 2021. We asked the question, which one of these four do you think is most likely to bounce back in 2022? We took a look at Pinterest, Zoom, Peloton, DocuSign, and about 30% of the 600 or so votes that we had gotten on this poll said DocuSign was going to be the one that was going to bounce back the most. And as a reminder, the stock is down over 30% year to date. Zoom came in second place. That stock has had an even rougher year when you consider that it's down about 44% year to date. So, Zach, not all these stocks have had a good year, but again, little optimism perhaps into the next year.
I mean, the CEO of DocuSign was on our show as he saw his stock dropping that 30% right after they reported earnings. And he said he was buying it himself. So he put his money where his mouth was and saying, look, we're coming back, and we're coming back with a vengeance. I don't know what's going to happen for a lot of these names. I mean, the drops in some of them are pretty dramatic. If I were to pick Brian, which of course I don't even know if we're allowed to do, but it's New Year's Eve, so let's go ahead and play this game. We've seen a lot of Pinterest shares in. We talk about the bounce back in some of these names is supposed to happen already, right? When we were coming out of the pandemic, we went back into kind of lockdown mode, as it were, with the Omicron wave, and none of these stocks really caught any boost. So kind of not really any early indication that any of these are going to catch anything in 2022. So I would say maybe not where you want to put your money based off of the early data.
Yeah, actually, I'm going to play a little bit of diplomat here because I don't want to pick one stock, but I think we also have to acknowledge that even though, look, these four stocks had a rough go at it in 2021, the work from home trade compared to pre-pandemic levels is still remarkably higher, even when you control for how the stock market is doing better now than it even was prior to the pandemic. But, you look at DocuSign up 100% over the last 2-year period, Zoom up 177% over the last 2-year period. So, I think that they're all doing pretty fine in the span of things.